What's up, everybody, and welcome to our second game in the ongoing story of Welcome to Hynafol. This month we have returning Rhog and Soro, and we also have a new participant, Adriana. These RPG games are an ongoing series as I get a chance to hang out with the members of Collegio Noctum from the Hynafol LARP that I'll be attending in November. So if you're interested in learning more about Hynafol as an event, I will have links down in the description below. And if you're enjoying these characters, hit the like and the subscribe button so the algorithm will know to feed you more content like this one. I'll keep this intro short so we can get right into the game. So thanks everyone for checking it out. Really appreciate you and hope you guys enjoy. So alright, we'll go ahead and get started here. So what's up everybody? Welcome back. I appreciate you all coming back to play our second game in the Welcome to Hynafol story, loosely based, adjacent to Hynafol, the live action roleplay. And we've got a few new people, well, one new person here with us. We've got Adriana, who will be joining this game, also a member of Noctum. And also returning, we've got good old Rhog, the great shield wall Rhog, defender of all who follow. And then we've got Soro, who's probably going to get into something today. We'll see how this goes. And so I want to go ahead and set the scene here once again for those of you who were not here the last time. Recently, a lot has been happening in the world of Hynafol. There's been some changes to the world. There you go. There's been some changes to the world. And there's been a lot of newcomers to the world of Hynafol lately, appearing through the mists as though something has changed in the world. For those of you who do follow the Hynafol lore, we are following the story that magic is slowly beginning to return. But when you're out in the Nox Wild, sometimes the effects of that magic change are felt a lot more strongly. And none more particular has been fighting the good fight and struggling this than our good friend Rhog. Rhog, tell us how things have been going for you on your end, and give us a quick description of who Rhog is and what does Rhog look like.
So Rhog is a full orc. He is the guild leader of Noctum Caligo, so he is in charge of keeping all of the Dark Fae pretty much safe. I don't keep them in order; they keep themselves in order, and I let them run amok as they feel free. I'm just there to take up any kind of reins or hold back whoever would try to hold them back. Big burly, has big shield, carries a sword, and is always looking for a fight.
So Rhog, same as last time, you have just been so busy. So busy with new people coming through the mist, both friend and foe at times, as well as just the random mischief that the mist can cause. And of course, none is more familiar than mischief than Soro. Hit everyone with the who is Soro and what does Soro look like?
Soro is a pretty silly, chaotic fae who sometimes has wolf features and sometimes has ram features. Right now he has a ram tail and ram horns visible.
And so the two of you are out in camp. Recently, you've taken to staying in a camp more towards the edge of where the mist seems to have recently been encroaching. And in the area that you've currently been in, you've seen a lot of new souls come through that have been lost. And so Rhog and Soro, you've become fairly familiar with this area since the last time that you had an adventure here. And you've actually had to go ahead and call in for reinforcements. It's actually become a little bit more than just the small initial band that you two have brought out here. And answering that call, we have Adriana. Adriana, go ahead and give everyone a brief description of who you are and what you look like.
Okay, so Adriana is just Adriana because she does not know where she came from. She has very little memory of her background. When you meet her, she is a very what I would call outgoing dark fae, right? She really likes mischief and darkness and everything feral and fae. But as long as you don't get on her bad side, she comes across as very open and outgoing. It's only with people that she would have that loyalty to, mostly her guild, her court, that really know how deep and depraved she is. She has red streaks in her hair. She has a few scales peppering one arm. And she's generally seen with just very light clothing. She likes to be able to get in and out very quickly. She's a very stealthy, short, fae creature.
Very nice, very nice. So, Adriana, what you see here in front of you, this is the camp. You were called out as reinforcements, and you get roughly briefed by Rhog, letting you know that one of their more recent endeavors is to go out into the forest area, kind of at the edge of the mist, where people have been appearing, and kind of assist, whether they be, helping out people who would be allies or pushing back creatures that may be threatening to the area that's patrolled by the guild. And while you are in there, you get to meet one of the many new people who has recently come through the mist, and you'll eventually run into an individual called Melik. Melik stands about on the taller side, about a little bit under 6 feet, very thin, very like a gender neutral-ish sort of features, and also a night fae. So if you're in the camp for any notable period of time, what people have learned is Melik actually consists of 2 different people. During the day, a more masculine appearance. It's kind of like about sunset now, so that's what you're seeing. And as the sun actually sets and becomes night, Melik's sister Melita will come out, and she has a bit more of a playful personality, whereas Melik is a bit more stoic and dutiful. The two of them have essentially also been stayed here in the camp. They've only recently come through the mist, and they've been doing their best to also assist as well. And on this evening, the camp is actually pretty bustling. No one's quite gone out on their evening patrols just yet. Everyone's kind of like right at sunset, having some dinner, kind of speaking to each other about what they find. And actually, right at this point, we'll start with Rhog. Rhog, where are you in the camp, and what is Rhog kind of doing? It's right, like I said, it's right about dinner time.
That means that I'm probably going to be by the fire, and I'll probably be cooking at that point. Making sure everybody's eating, keeping everybody ready to go and fed before the night hits, and we have any kind of issues. So I'm always tend to be in the middle of the camp in case anybody needs me.
Nice. Soro, how about you? Where are you at about this time?
I would be sitting super close to the fire and playing a little game with myself to see how close I can stick my hand in it.
Uh-oh. Gotcha. So you're more like that to the fire.
Yes, I'm making up a little game since most people are preoccupied with dinner at the moment. So.
All right, and Adriana, how about yourself? Where are you at this moment?
Also be around the fire. I'd be sitting pretty close just because I've come to find that fire doesn't burn me. It just always feels very nice, like home. But I imagine I am looking at Soro's game and just trying to puzzle out what's happening there. I'm probably holding a book and maybe some mead and just not overtly, right? But every once in a while glancing to see what is happening. Why is this game happening? What's going on here?
Totally fair. Soro, you notice this also, that not just Adriana, but as people pass by, one to inspect what Rog's cooking for the evening, but obviously they'll kind of glance over, just kind of peeking at you, seeing what you're up to, making sure that that you yourself are not on fire as well.
When I notice that more than one person's eyes are on me, I'll be like, look at this, and just grab something random out of my pocket that's flammable, just stick it in the fire and like hold it up in the sky.
Very nice. Okay. So while everyone's cooking, having food, getting kind of, the people are also around you getting ready to go out for their evening patrol. The familiar face of Mel will kind of come around the corner, and Mel is has a look of a little bit of worry, but is also looking around as if looking for someone. And he's poking his head into tents and kind of just asking around, and it's pretty obvious that something is on his mind.
Can we hear what he's asking for? If he's asking around, what is he asking?
Yeah, actually, Rhog, you're probably the closest. So you'll actually hear as Melik pokes his head into a tent. And what he's actually asking is, he seems to be searching for one of the youths that is at the camp. Some of the people have younger ones, and depending upon need, they've had them come with them to camp. And the camp, for the most part, is fairly safe. I mean, a big chunk of the guild is now present in this camp. Actually, Rhog, you would be aware that Melik has been doing his best to try and be helpful, keeping an eye on the youths, when other people are going out. Melik's been trying to be helpful around camp. But Melik definitely seems to be looking for one of the youths that he's been keeping an eye on.
Which one are you looking for?
It's the children of someone who has a child. I don't remember one, but essentially there is a child that he's been keeping an eye on. Young girl, I would say around the age of like 12, 13, that adventurous age when they want to go off and get into things. But she seems to have gone missing, and it's weird because she's been complaining about being hungry all day, and it's about time to eat, and Mel's now looking for her to try and let her know that it's time to eat, but she seems to have gone missing from her tent.
Alright, so out of character, the only one in the guild. Well, Adriana, did you want to use one of yours or mine? Because mine are going to be there at the KOT. So my daughter is right at that age.
Yeah, let's use yours, because mine's a little wild. Yours is... yeah, let's use yours. Yeah.
So yes, we do have about 12 to 13-year-old. She will be 13 by the next GG anyway.
Oh, nice. So that's actually perfect. Melik's been helpful, trying to keep an eye. But yeah, he's looking around for her, trying to let her know that it's about time, food's about ready, and she seems to have gone missing from her tent.
When was the last time you saw her?
It wasn't too long ago. Right around the time that everyone started cooking, someone had asked for a little bit of help gathering some water. Mel had left for probably no more than 15-ish minutes while retrieving some water. And when he came back, she was not at the tent. And he didn't see like any signs of her leaving, but figures she probably hasn't gone far, but not sure where she is.
Alright, well, Rhog does not like it when she wanders off, because she will do it at times. He will go by the tent, check on her brother, and see if he is still there, verify where she is. You will hear him yelling out for Utar to figure out where the hell she just decided she was going to go walk off to, or what she found that she thought might be fun to play with.
Oh, interesting. All right. While you do that, let's quick stop here. Soro, what are you doing? You'll overhear this conversation.
You said I overhear this?
Yes, you overhear the conversation. Yeah, everyone's
Okay.
pretty much where they are in this picture right now.
Okay. I skip up to Rhog and Mel. And what's going on? Where?
Uthor has walked off again.
Again? I bend my knees and have my hands kind of like slightly out at an angle and quickly like turn my head back and forth, dramatically looking.
All right, while you do that, Adriana, likewise, you overhear this conversation. You see Soro kind of scoot on over. What are you up to?
So I overhear the conversation, and I see him go into the tent and hear him, yelling for the child, and I look around, and obviously I don't see the child either, and I give one of those very large orc babies. And then I come over and see Soro, doing the quick head motion situation. And I say, so when do we go drag her back?
Soro, do me a favor. Go ahead under the roles tab, and let's hit us with the first roll of the game. Do an inspect check.
Gosh. Alrighty.
9? Okay. While you don't see any signs of where she might have gone, however, you in looking around, you kind of realize that the camp is really busy. Pretty much everyone's still here. The fact that no one would have seen her leave is very strange. That unto itself strikes you as something is off. And
Don't you think it's weird that no one, saw her go anywhere? Right? You asked a lot of people, right, Mel?
Mel will be like, yes, I've been going from tent to tent, stopping each person that I've seen along the way. And yeah, it is weird now that you mention it that no one seems to know. Rhog, when you get to the tent, you see her brother in there. Is brother older or younger?
Younger.
Younger? All right. So he's in there and he's playing with something, with some toys in the tent, and he seems to be chilling and he seems to be fine. And he looks up, excited to see you, and he's just like, "Oh, is it time to eat?"
Sister, where is she?
He kind of cocks his head at you and he's like, "Sister? Like Soro?"
Soro, no, your sister, dum-dums.
Well, he kind of like looks at you like he's very confused. What are you talking about? Are we gonna have a sister? Is that what you're saying?
I'm gonna stare at his eyes.
Go ahead.
A look of are we having a problem here? Because at this point I'm thinking now he's either enchanted or something's going on because this isn't like him.
All right, why don't you roll a... You can go ahead and throw inspect also, and let's see what you see.
And no modifiers, correct?
Actually, go ahead and add +2 on this one. He is your child. You know what you're looking for.
No, I don't.
With the +2? Oh, that's with the +2. I'll struggle. Oh, that's right, you have D6s. So yeah, you're staring at him, and he's staring at you, and that's kind of what happens. Yeah, you're just gonna stare at each other a little bit. Adriana, Soro, the two of you as well as Mel kind of overhear this exchange because the tent is fairly like in the area, and the two of you overhear this exchange of what happens between Rhog and his son, and you two also are well aware that he is not an only child.
Right. Adriana is going to get very still and kind of look like she's rooted. She's not moving, but kind of just trying to sense anything else that's off around her. because she has a soft spot for these children. She knows these children. He is clearly not an only child. She has interacted with and played with the children, and the fact that the boy doesn't know his sister is really concerning. So she's just trying to see if she can sense anything else in the air, in the earth, anything that doesn't feel right, smell right, that kind of thing.
You said some good words. You said, why don't you throw inspect, but you can go ahead and add +1 because you're looking in the right direction right now. Okay. What do we got? Oh, you have 2 D10s also? Oh, that's rough. All right. You know what, though? Because you're looking in the right direction, Soro, you see Adriana, and she's kind of like trying to look, with more than just her eyes, looking around, and she's looking up in the air, and it kind of also assists. It kind of draws your attention. Soro, do you have a bond with Adriana?
I do not.
You do not? Okay. That's not a problem. Go ahead in that case, and you throw inspect also. No bonuses though. Just straight inspect.
It's 100.
Oh.
We're just counting down, aren't we?
A little bit. Mel's gonna help out here. Okay, Mel helps. Mel is helpful. Mel feels really bad for losing the child here. Mel's gonna also assist, and Mel does follow Adriana's eyes up towards the sky, and finally the 3 of you combined do pick up some telltale signs of something in the air. Everyone knows that like cooking is probably meats or breads maybe, or things of that nature, but there is something sweet in the air, like strangely sweet, and the scent seems to be coming from the direction of Rhog's tent. See, Mel is helpful.
I noticed that there's something sweet in the air.
Yes. Everyone kind of notices it about the same time, and Mel will make a comment about it. He'll ask like, "What is that smell?" It's like candy sweet.
I'm going to slowly follow it to wherever it smells strongest. And also, I would like to see if I could possibly recognize what it could be, if it's like a natural thing that I would have encountered before.
Okay. Before I give quick answers to that one, Adriana, what do you do with your recognition of this?
Well, Adriana, knowing Rhog and the orc babies, does not think it should smell sweet in this camp. Okay, Rhog likes meat. He likes meat and more meat, and like potatoes and things. Like, it shouldn't smell sweet around dinner time. So she's gonna look angry a little bit, like, and she's just gonna say, without even trying to find it, she's just gonna say, something's wrong. Something's wrong. What is that smell? She's going to look at everyone else, and I don't know that she would recognize the smell because that's not one of her heightened senses, but she would definitely know that it was off, and start to be upset about the fact that, yes, something is wrong, and the orc baby is gone, and the other one has clearly lost his mind.
Mel will agree, and Mel, recognizing that this is not a normal occurrence, will kind of follow Soro. So Rhog, what you will see actually is Soro comes wandering into the tent, following something, some kind of a trail. Soro, you will make your way to the back of the tent, and then duck under it and head out via the back of the tent.
All right, and grabs his shield, grabs his sword. At this point, he's gotten pissed off. Stay in the tent, tons of fun. And he walks out the front of the tent and walks around to the back.
All right. Soro, you Now that you're a little bit further away from the camp, a little bit further away from the bustle of things, there's definitely like a scent. There's a notable scent now that you're away from like the cooking and stuff like that. It's candy sweet, as if the best I could describe it is if you've ever been to like a pastry shop. It's that type of a sweet. Like it's a very not normal sweet that you would find in a camp.
As I'm following it along, Sora just stops for a moment, makes a disgusted face, and shakes his head, and then continues on trying to follow it, and where he thinks it's going.
Okay. Mel is actually going to give a shout out to Adriana as he's following Soro. And obviously Mel will also see Rhog come around the corner. Mel will actually put a hand on Soro's shoulder before he can go too far to hold up and wait for the rest of the people approaching. He sees Rhog with a shield. And Adriana, what do you have packing on you?
So after her initial, just anger and disbelief, once everyone else starts moving, she runs back to her tent and gets her bow and her sword, and something else that she'll just tuck onto her person and start stalking out the tent. She's gonna walk straight through the tent past the boy. Ignore my real life child in the background. She's gonna stalk right past the boy, give him a look and say, "I hope your orc daddy told you not to move," and then just keep walking out of the back of the tent to follow the others.
Okay. Soro, are you carrying any weapons on you at this time?
Yes, I am carrying. I'm just carrying my dagger at this time.
Okay. Mel will gesture that this doesn't seem right, and if you'd like to go ahead and equip yourself maybe a little more heavy, it looks like we'll be leaving the camp, that's why, and something is wrong.
Is Mel saying for Sora to run and go grab his thing?
Yeah, go grab a more pointy thing.
Okay. Sora's going to grab a random stick off the ground, stab it into the ground where exactly he was standing, and just to not make sure he doesn't forget where he was, and he's gonna run back to his tent, grab his short sword as well, and run back.
Okay, alright. Rhog, are you going to alert anyone else in the camp?
Yeah, no, I'm not going to raise any kind of concerns at this point. It may be nothing, and I'm not about to get everybody riled up.
Fair enough. Alright. Soro, you are currently the one who kind of has this sweet scent. It is leading out into the forest. You see both Rhog, Adriana, and then Mel is also there. Does anyone else want to prepare something before we head out of the camp?
How cold is it right now?
The sun is still technically up. It'll be up for maybe another hour or so. It will be getting cold shortly, but at the moment the sun is still up.
Okay, Sora's gonna get slightly off track and go scoop up some hot coals with his metal mug and put the little lid that he has for it on it, and just have that on his person so he has some hot coals.
Okay, fair enough. Keep a note of that you have that. Alright.
Yes.
And with that, the group goes ahead and follows along on this scent. And it takes you into the forest in the direction of the mist. Like I said a little earlier, you guys are a little more familiar this time, though, than you were the last time that some grand event happened. You've been here for maybe a few weeks or so, having explored the area a little more thoroughly. So at this point, this area is pretty familiar. And Soro, you seem to find that this scent follows a very narrow trail. The smell is not dispersed and spread out over an area. If you start to veer too far away from it, like the smell noticeably lessens, and if you stay on its trail, it's very noticeable at this point. Everyone has noticed this as well.
Does the scent seem to be following the walking path that we currently have, or
Sort of. Rather than following the trail, which is a little winding, the scent is a straight line, like a unnaturally straight line.
I'm just gonna about how like the scent is in like one specific small area that you have to follow, and that doesn't seem like it would have been natural, or how most people would walk.
Adriana, Rhog, any thoughts at this point, or anything that you'd like to do? You kind of in the forest. The light's still pretty good.
Yeah. When she tells us that, I'm going to look at Rog and say, "You know this is unnatural, right? You want to run, big guy?" Because now she's scared. Like this, she knows this child. The child can wander a little bit. You know, she's a child, but she doesn't like just dip out with a this sense of candy running behind her. She's not that kind of child, and she feels like this is a little far for her to have gone by herself. So now she's concerned, and she would, in her mind, were she alone, she would probably just take off running, like after said trail. But she doesn't want to leave everyone behind.
No, as you say that to Rog, Rog's already at a point where you see it in his face. He's now getting more pissed and worried than anything else. Before it was just upset. Now he's starting to get pissed and worried. So instead of going at Soro's pace, he walks past Soro and picks him up as he walks past and increases the pace. Because at this point, I am not waiting around anymore.
Okay, everyone.
I love that. I'm also going to keep pace. Now we're moving.
All right, everyone, go ahead and give me a insight plus willpower. Soro, you're caught a little off guard by this, but once you realize that it's Rhog, you're fine. Adriana, you're making a little bit better through the paths as it seems to start winding through the trees more, almost as though trying to maybe confuse any would-be followers of this trail. Rhog, you're kind of just walking in a straight line. And really, like, you're following it for the most part, but you do need Soro's assistance on this one. As the party seems to be going through, you all realize that you are, again, headed in the direction where the mist is beginning to get a little bit heavier, and the closer you get to the mist, the more this smell of baking seems to kick in, and almost like the air slowly begins to get warmer as you walk more in this direction, like a comfortable warm, like the warmth that you get from a kitchen.
Adriana is very connected to fire, so she like recognizes the warmth, but does not feel that it's comfortable. So now she's gonna be more irritated.
Actually,
she's easily agitated.
what kind of night fae are you? Is it something specifically tied to fire?
So like out of character, right? She has she comes from an earth line as well as a fire line. She doesn't know that, but because she can touch fire and not be burned, and some of her hair is red, it's a little apparent to most people. But since she can't remember that, she just knows that she likes the warmth of fire, like it doesn't hurt her, that kind of thing.
All right, you know what? Hit me with a willpower plus willpower roll.
Okay.
I will just remember that for the future.
I understand what the warmth is. We're winter fae. We don't care for this weather too much.
Fair enough. Adriana, actually, you can go ahead and take an additional Fabula point Rolling a double 1 will net you an additional point that you can use at any point in the game. So the group is going to continue on into the forest at this point. And it begins taking you into the more heavier set area of the forest. And actually, Mel will quickly pick up on this one, but this is actually more akin to the area that Mel, Soro, and Rhog had the incident previously with the shades and the portal. This does seem to be that same type of area. And as all of you have moved into the forest, there is definitely a aura, kind of like the aura of when you return home and there's a fire going and there's food in the kitchen, like something nice like a dessert perhaps is being baked in like a bakery.
Rhog puts down Soro and begins to walk a bit faster. He's now he's looking out for any signs of Utar. And since she's an archer, he's looking, did she come out hunting? Is there any tracks? And begins to quicken his pace.
Very nice. Before I have you roll that, Soro, you next. What are you going and doing now that you do recognize this area, though?
I'm going to continue to follow the scent and pick up my pace to follow Rhog, but also eyeing, not watching much of where exactly I'm going, but eyeing the woods to my sides.
Okay, and Adriana, how about you? Like, this is your first time in this particular area for yourself, but like I said, you do still feel that warmth, and you very much recognize that it is very much not natural for what should be a forest.
Yeah. Can she climb a tree?
You can. Go ahead and give me a Dex plus Dex check.
Okay.
Yeah, trees are no problem. You know what you're doing. So you can pretty much get up any of the trees as well as high as you so choose. How high are you looking to go?
She is going to go probably like, I would say about 12 feet. And her reasoning is that at that height, she should be able to see far enough to see if, she spots any tracks in the general area, or if there's any kind of low-lying fog or any, trail that becomes more obvious from above. So she's going to perch in that tree and just take a good look around while everyone else kind of continues to follow the smell.
All right. And while we're doing this one, Rhog, go ahead and hit me with that insight plus will, and let's see what you find as you look around.
A 9.
Yeah, 9's pretty good, actually. All right. Okay, so a couple things happen as everyone starts looking around. Adriana, as you're climbing a tree, once you hit, a little bit more than twice your height going up that tree, you notice a drastic change in the temperature. That warm feeling, gone. The sweet smell, gone. That comforting, like, welcome home feel, gone. You're back in the forest. It's not even like it fades progressively. You just seem to have crossed the threshold and it's gone. You don't see any traps. You don't see anything else like that. Rhog, as you are looking around, you are actually able to pick up some tracks for the first time. It's kind of surprising because it doesn't seem like there were these types of tracks leading up to this area, but there's definitely some tracks now in this area. You do see some tiny footprints, but you also see 3 other sets of tracks of some type. The best that you can kind of describe them is one of them is like someone dragging their feet. One of them is strong, sturdy steps. And the third one is like someone light on their feet, kind of almost hopping around. And then obviously the very tiny footprints that you will recognize as a youth's footprints.
Do I recognize them as Utada's shoes? I make all of their armor and clothing.
So then yes, you will. That is your shoes.
Okay. And at that point, he begins to sprint.
You don't have to sprint very far. You don't have to sprint very far. I'm assuming you're following along on the footprints. And it does take you over to the clearing that you recognize where you had a battle a few weeks back. In particular, it seems to stop right around the area that a particular ritual had happened previously. Soro and Adriana, you guys see Rhog just book it. Rhog seems to have picked up on something.
Adriana is going to try and catch up because she has a bad feeling now knowing that the area is kind of in a bubble. You know, like you can climb out of it. The atmosphere gets very different. She wants to communicate that, but now it's too late. He's already taken off running, so she's gonna like hop down from the tree and like chase after him. Because now she's got the worst feeling about this.
Yeah, you don't have to go very far. He doesn't need to go particularly far past this point to get to the point where you kind of run into a clearing of sorts. Soro, how about you?
As I see this happen, I'm going to quickly go off the path, or at least the direction in which Rhog and them are running. I'm going to go about 10 feet to the right and just kind of like run parallel. So I'm off in the side of the woods. I'm not going directly where they are, kind of to keep an eye out on things from a different perspective.
Okay. You will also notice, as you kind of veer off of the direct line that Rhog is on, you too lose the warm feeling. You lose the sweet scent, and you're back in the cold of a forest, and it's about as cold as you would expect it to be now that you're off this sweet smelling trail of sorts. Remember how you were worried that it was going to be cold earlier? It's cold now. It is cold, yes.
Okay. Yeah, after going to the side, I then continue forward.
All right, each of you, Rhog as well, come to that clearing, and you see basically the open clearing. You don't see anything. However, you feel it. This is definitely like you're in the kitchen where fires are going in an enclosed area. It's almost hot where you are right now.
Do the footprints just stop, or do they continue on?
They do seem to stop in the clearing. Yes.
Do they stop at the same point as the ritual circles?
Who would have guessed? But yes, it does.
Do I notice anything of the ritual circles? Like somebody tried to start them up again? Anything like that? So I'm checking out the ground, looking for any kind of markings at this point.
You do. You see on the ground a little black, patch, almost as if a fire was in this spot, and it is in the exact same spot as the portal previously. It's like a black circle, like the ash marks are there.
All right. You two got anything? The tracks stop.
Yeah, Adriana is going to, because she jumped down from this tree to come and get you. She's gonna grab your arm and say, "This atmosphere is not natural, and why are the tracks gone?" And she's gonna look around and notice the kind of leftover black marks and say, "Was that fire?" And she's asking you because you stopped, so it seems like you noticed something.
Same location from the last encounter that we had, having to deal with some of the cultist people. Same circle area that they were trying to do something at as well. And now we have a black mark, and the footprints stop here. 3 other sets, including Utaj, so there's one for each of us.
She's gonna hiss. Like I in real life am not good at hissing, but just to imagine that I am, okay? She's
Nice.
gonna hiss. Like that news is very upsetting to her, and she's gonna start making her way around the clearing, but like behind the tree line, like trying to see if she spots anyone else like watching us.
All right, Soro, so you're a little bit off to the side of this, but you do make it to the same clearing, which you recognize. What would you like to do?
I would like to climb one of the trees on the edge of the clearing
Okay.
to try to get a better look at things from above.
Dex plus Dex.
Alrighty. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, same thing. So once you start climbing trees, you will also realize that there's past a certain point, it's no longer warm. And you lose pretty much all sensation, except it's even more noticeable here in the clearing. It's almost like as you reach that threshold, you don't want to leave this anymore. Like the sense of warmth versus the cold outside of there, it's almost like drawing you back in. Like you feel it, like almost physically trying to pull you back in. Like so much so that if you would like to continue climbing at this point, you will need to do a willpower plus willpower check to see if you can overcome your desire to go back into the warmth.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to, once I notice that I feel like intense draw to go back into the warmth, it's going to shock me, and I'm going to attempt to scurry higher into the tree.
All right, hit me with willpower plus willpower. Let's see if you can bring yourself to doing this.
All right.
Uh-oh, I think the app might be
Not
being weird. Let me see here. You have D10. You have two D10s technically for willpower. I think it's just a glitch.
Yeah.
So we're gonna use the first one. Both of them are good. So you are able to break through up top. Once you clear high enough, from your higher vantage point, you see a couple of things. Mm-hmm. One is you see the black mark in the center, that where Rhog and Mel seem to be standing and kind of inspecting it. But from your higher point of view, you can see the black circle from above that has the signs of a pattern, like a doorknob of sorts. And as you follow that, you can kind of like see what looks to be a door in ash marks on the forest floor.
In the clearing area?
Yeah, in the clearing area.
Where you mentioned?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like you can see it looking down, but you didn't really notice it when you were at ground level.
So, as I see this, I'm thinking that I might possibly not remember this when I get back down there. So, I'm going to secure myself in the tree so I can take out my notebook and draw what I see on the ground, but also with including reference points so we know exactly where it's laying.
Okay, no, that's good deal. You're able to sketch a pretty good representation of what you see from up there. Yeah.
When I look down that way, I'm going to stay not as much of a detailed look, but just a quick peek, like around the edge, outskirts, to see if I see anything out of the ordinary before climbing down.
Do a insight willpower real quick. Let's see what you see. Anything? No, nothing of note. It's fine. Nothing of note.
Alrighty. That's nice. I'm also going to write down the quick note on the paper saying that, like, the pool that I felt.
Okay.
As well, and then I'll make my way back down.
All right, sounds good. So, Rhog, you see Soro coming down from way up top on a tree. And Soro, Mel, and Rhog are inspecting the black mark, essentially at this point.
Did you have fun climbing, little one?
It was a pretty nice tree. Sora's gonna quickly pull out his notebook and open it up to the page where he drew the picture and made the note, and show it to them. Here's what it looks like from up there.
So Rhog, you see what Soro essentially drew is a large door in which the black mark is like the doorknob.
Either one of you seen something like this before?
I'm not standing with them, right? I don't see the doorknob. Or did I come back or what?
It's up to you. Yeah, I mean, you would have seen Soro come down off the tree and approach the group. So if you
Okay.
wanted to go back, that's perfectly fine.
Okay, yeah. Let's just say that I circled the space, and I'm assuming I wouldn't have gotten the same, vantage that Soro did. So I'd circle the space and come back around and also see it, and I'd say something like, "Is that a damn door?"
Mel will nod at what you found and seem particularly interested. He'll crouch down and begin kind of like patting at the black mark, trying to see, as if trying to find like maybe a way to open said door.
Rhog walks away and goes and grabs the biggest fucking limb he can find that's sitting around there. I'm gonna pick it up. It's time to knock.
The pool's really
Adriana's
strong
gonna
in
go,
this
"Yes!"
area.
I mean, there's not much stronger than Rhog. Rhog, that's just a might plus might to swallow it up, and if you want to brute force this.
Yep.
Adriana's gonna step back and prepare in case Rhog smashes something and something comes flying out. She'll be ready to hit it.
All right, Rhog, what exactly are you doing with this?
So he walks over and looks at the fallen tree that he jumped off of last time, picks it up, and he's going to take it above his head and slam down into the middle of the door 3 times. It's time to knock.
All right, so it thunks into the earth, and nothing seems to be happening right now. However, Adriana, as one who has an affiliation with fire, you get the sense that the burn mark is relevant on the door. Maybe you kind of get the sense that you might want to try find something to be a key.
Okay, so once I see that, Rhog going all Hulk smash on it doesn't work, I'm a little deflated because I really want to see him smash something.
Smash through the ground, literally.
But when that, right, but when that doesn't do anything, and like you said, I think about the fire and maybe needing a key. I'm gonna look at Soro and say, "You still have flame?"
Yeah, it's right here, and I jingle the thing with the hot coals in it.
So I'm going to ask if I can borrow that for a moment and see if just attempting to give this door a little heat will do anything to it.
How would you like to do that?
So it was, you just took like some like coals, kind of like some hot coals.
Yeah,
is that what you did?
hot
You put them in the cup?
coals, like kind of just like put them in a metal cup thing with a lid that I have.
Okay.
But Sora would try to like scoop one out on his dagger and like hold it kind of like a spoon, something to hold the hot coals on. Here you go, shaking his hand.
I'm gonna look at Soro like that is not what I had in mind. I'm gonna just put it back in the cup.
Okay.
I'm gonna ask if I can just can I just hold this for a moment and can I just have the cup? Give me the cup.
Yeah. Here you go. He hands it over.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna walk the cup instead over to the door and tip out. You're gonna see her get on her knees and tip out one coal where you would imagine like a key would go, and she's gonna kind of cover what she's doing with her body, and so it just looks like she's like whispering or like blowing on the on the coals. But over the table she's trying to give it because everything's already so warm, she's trying to give it more warmth, and she's very warm, and she's blowing on it, and she's trying to entreat with Keranos that there's still enough heat here to give her some flame.
Ah, well done, well done. And as you blow on the coals, when it hits the where the keyhole would be, you see the ash burned mark start to glow, and slowly as you blow on it, that glow extends and begins to trace the pattern of what becomes a door. And a door appears in the clearing. It's glowing in like a soft amber glow, as if the ground is aflame, but it's not actually on fire. Like it's safe to touch for all of you. But Adriana, with your affinity to the fire, you can feel that you have breathed the power of and the energy of the fire. It has sparked this door open, and the center of the door is now a bit mangled thanks to Rhog, but the door itself appears in the clearing. And
so she's gonna look back at everyone else and return the cup, very gingerly. Here you go. Have the cup back. She's gonna look at Rhog and say, maybe we go in there and smash something.
Big toothy grin, and he starts walking forward.
As
smiles excitedly and holds his weapon.
As the group walks through, you pass through the portal, and you seem to enter an entirely different area of the forest. It is like a perpetual twilight here. There's a haze in the air, and the mist is thick. You can feel the magics of the mist in this area. You've definitely crossed over into another area, and before you see this house. This what is passing to be a house. The lights are on. A warm glow seems to emanate from it, and here you can smell the sweet smell of a bakery. Clearly it is coming from the kitchen of this. We're using the word house as loosely as possible. So what would you all like to do here?
I kick in the door big as shit, just like I own the place.
All right, and the party gets.
Adriana is gonna yell, "Son of a bitch!" and like draw an arrow and like cautiously advance behind the charging orc.
Dora's gonna find a. You said the smell is super strong?
Oh yeah. It's very clearly as if think of like this as a really ugly bakery, but like that smell when you're outside of a literal bakery. That's pretty much what you're at right now.
Okay, Soro's going to take his waist scarf, quickly put some smelly oils on it, and wrap it around his face to block out the smell.
Okay. Soro, if I remember correctly, I believe you actually have an ability while in your ram form. Hang on, I'm popping open your character sheet also. You ignore the first negative status effect you take in a combat scene. Okay, I'm gonna remember that.
So this house is like on a platform type thing?
Well, the house is literally what you see, right? It looks, as if maybe the house is on legs. That's not real, right? That's not what houses are really like. Maybe they're roots, I guess, in a weirdly crooked leg-like shape. And those stairs, like there's no way that's a hand. It's probably just more roots. It's a lot of weird and very specifically shaped roots. Surely.
Okay. I wouldn't want to go inside. I'd want to go to a window first and maybe decide later to climb inside.
Well, as you can see, it's elevated off the ground a little bit, and quite literally from the picture, the windows are up on the second floor. The door's on the first floor from the stairs, and you do see Rhog rogging it up straight to the door. Boot to the door.
Alright. Alright, then I'll just come in last.
All right.
Yeah.
Rhog, hit me with a might plus might if you want to rog the door.
Can I Fabula point this one?
You can. What would you like to do on this?
So on this one, he takes the shield, and it's on his left side. He drops it down, and he goes ahead and kicks in the door. But I want the door to slide forward, so it's almost like a running jump kick, and he slides in with the door underneath him.
All right. Sounds good. Because you Fabula pointed that, there's no need to make an additional roll on that one. So you're going to go ahead and bust on through. Soro and Adriana, you pretty much see Rhog go ahead and bust on through. So actually, here's what the interior, Rhog, this is what the interior looks like. That door that's right there, that's the door that you come busting through one. Yep. And this is the interior. You pretty much go colliding through the whole thing, by the way. You probably do knock over some tables and chairs and make a big a mess about the whole thing. But on right now, it does not look like anyone else is home. So you see, Mel will more cautiously follow in behind you. Adriana, Soro, I'm assuming that you guys are following in also afterwards, unless you want to do something specific.
I was literally talking on mute. I'm sorry.
No, it's all good. It's all good.
That's my bad. Since our orc father has already given the door a good surfboard, and now we can see the inside, and it looks empty. Adriana does not feel like that is a good sign. So she is going to skirt the room and like in the opposite direction of whatever side has the most damage from the door, and start kind of in like a clearing the room kind of fashion, bow still at the ready, like checking the nooks and crannies, and trying to figure out why there were bloody knives on the table and that kind of thing. Just giving the whole thing a once over, because she does not trust that this really creepy house moving castle is just sitting here empty.
All right. Do you want to look at those? What's going on with that table? So what this picture is literally what you see is what you're getting, right? So you can, if you'd like to inspect anything in particular in this picture, go ahead and let me know.
She's gonna need to take a turn about the room first before inspecting anything specific. She's looking for any hidden doors, any adjacent darkened rooms or alcoves, anything that someone could pop out from, basically.
All right, go ahead and do a Dex plus Insight to go ahead and check that. There's a check called Anticipate. You can use that one.
Okay, Anticipate. Let's see. Yes, okay, Anticipate.
All right, I'll keep that in mind. Soro, how about you? What would you like to go ahead and inspect when you poke your head in here? This is what you see. What you doing?
I want to go check out that cat.
There is a cat. You do see the cat.
Yes.
It is hiding under that little shelf thingy there.
Yeah, I'm going to. I want to, if I can, pick it up, and walk around with it to see how it reacts. See if to get an idea if the person who lives here is nearby based on how the cat reacts.
Go ahead and do a Insight plus Willpower. You can just go ahead and hit Persuade, and let's see how well you do with getting this cat to be accommodating to you. Okay, the cat seems to like attention, as some cats do. as you wander around with the cat, it's kind of you get the sense that the cat is more amused that you're carrying it around than it is reacting to the surroundings, though. Like if you didn't know any better, maybe the cat's a little laughing at you. Rhog, so you've surfed your way into this room here. What are you gonna do?
Rhog takes a quick scan of everything, sees a hand in the fire, and gutturally yells out, "Urayaga!" and begins to book it towards the stairs.
There is some stairs over there. That is correct. Yes. All right. So, are you? I'm guessing you're intending to head up the stairs.
Yep.
All right. Adriana and Soro.
It kind of adds up. Urayaga is an orc. It's Baba Yaga, but for the orcs, and the children would know what that's from. I'm trying to see if I can get a yell or something from Utara if she's in here.
Okay. Before I respond to that one, Soro and Adriana, you see and hear. Rhog, go ahead and do that. Do you want to respond or do anything in particular?
I think at the same time that he yells, she would probably be making her way past said fire with the hand and let out some really colorful curses in a language no one else understands, and probably drop by the fire and try to like inspect the hand.
Okay. That sounds good. Before I tell you what happens for that, Soro, what would you like to do? You see the other two doing this. You also, if you are curious, Mel is currently looking at the book that was above the cat. That's what Mel is doing.
All right. I was going to. I'll go and ask what the book. I can't talk. What the book was open on. What pages and information.
So Mel will let you know that the book appears to be a family history of some sort. There's like names and like what maybe is dates. Doesn't seem to be any dates that coincide with the Hynafol calendar, but there's a list of names, and it seems to be like they're all female names for start, and they kind of almost on a cycle, every so often one of the names looks like it gets crossed off and a date is put next to it, and then a name gets added, because there's a row of names, and then there's a date on the left side and a date on the right side, and the dates seem to kind of like continuously go down. The last set of entries that the book was open on is there is 3 names that are not crossed out on the book. All right, Rhog, you go ahead and barrel up the stairs. I'm going to go ahead and do Rhog first on this one, and I'm just going to move this for Rhog, but everyone can see what's about to happen here. That's fine. All right, Rhog. So you make it up to the 2nd floor, and this is what you see. It's a smaller area. This is where the soft orange glow was coming from, and pretty much this is what you get. You get a bunch of candles that are lit, and in the lower area, you see it's like a pile of like leaves or grass or of some type, and in the center is this candle flame that's burning. The color of all these lights is very reminiscent of the color of the gate that you all came through to get here, and you can feel that something's up with that flame in the center there. Like it's something. You can tell that.
That it's. Say that one more time. I didn't catch that ending part.
Oh yeah, the little flame that's standing in the center of that little circle of grass and thing. That there's definitely something coming from that flame.
All right. So is there anything in there, or is it just a flame?
It's like a...
Does it look like the door that we passed through? Does it look like there's some sort of a runic type of a deal to it?
Yes. There is definitely some kind of a little pedestal type thing that's holding the flame, and there's definitely some markings. There's all the good telltale signs that was placed there very intentionally, and it does a thing.
I'm gonna reach out and touch it.
Rhog. All right.
No.
Rhog is gonna touch it. I'm gonna leave that there. We're gonna come back to Rhog. We're gonna come back to Rhog's touching of everything. We're gonna go back downstairs real quick. We're gonna go back down. All right.
Chaos player.
On the bottom floor here. All right. Adriana, you're looking at the fire. So you're looking inside this little mouth fireplace at what appears to be like a hand-like thing. You quickly recognize it's not any type of a humanoid hand or anything like that. It's like some kind of weird mangly beast of some sort like that. More of like a skeleton than anything inside of this fire. The fire, though, does feel very reminiscent of the energy that's coming from the door that you walk through.
Okay. So I'm gonna turn to Soro and Mel and say, I hope you've got something good, because this energy is the same we just encountered, and I'm gonna look like pointedly at the cup with the coals that I'm sure Soro is still holding very lovingly, and hope that they've got some answers, because Rhog has already taken off running, and I am at a dead end in this room.
Mel will let you know what he found in that book. The list of names, the old ones are crossed out. There are 3 that are left uncrossed out. I probably didn't mention it, but there is a line for a new name, but it is not filled in yet. So there is space for on this page with a line as if like to fill in yet another name on it.
Okay, well now she's just gonna go, shit, not my orc baby, and then follow Rhog up the stairs.
All right, Soro, what are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna book it up.
All right. As the two of you book it up the stairs, you make it up there just in time to see Rhog touch the little flame thing in the center, and Rhog will vanish.
Damn it. Orcs are always touching things.
I am halfway to touching the thing myself as I hear her say this, and I kind of freeze and look back.
Okay, so you don't touch it? Or like
I don't. I'm like moving towards it, almost touching it, but I stop as I hear her say this.
Oh, okay.
I'm really glad you did that, because she was going to literally tackle you. Full body contact.
All right. So before we hit with Rhog, what would you guys like to do up here in this room?
So, did you say that this, would I recognize the energy coming from this fire as kind of the same that I felt at the door?
All these candles are giving off the same energy that came from the door.
Okay. And, she's gonna look at Soro and say, it's the same. It's all the same. Some kind of portal ritual or something. And now all the orcs are gone. And she's gonna start like stalking around the room looking for any kind of indication of where the portal might lead. Something, a book or a drawing, or literally anything.
Nice. Go ahead and roll insight. Oh no, go ahead and roll Dex Insight. There's a check actually called Craft. Go ahead and give me that Craft check. Oh, 15, very nice. Okay, is it a crit? No, it's not a crit. It's pretty close though. All right. So, you start searching around the room, peeking through drawers and whatnot, and you do find some I guess, for lack of a better description, notes about this, and it definitely seems like this is another portal. That the house itself is kind of a portal of sorts. Your suspicions were correct. This house seems to exist in its own little space, for lack of description, like it's not in the world of Hynafol, but it's also not technically in what would be considered like the Feywild. It's kind of like its own little pocket spot that like is protected from both. And definitely there are things that live here in this house. But it seems like a cycle happens in this house, and in order for the cycle to continue, certain things must be fulfilled. And it seems like all these candles, these portals, and all of this seem to be associated with this cycle. Sorrel, do you want to go ahead and try and
so it doesn't
assist? Go ahead.
I'm sorry, it doesn't tell me anything about where that portal leads, correct?
If that's specifically what you're looking for, the portal does seem to, from what you can gather, will take you to another part of the house that can only be accessed via this ritual. But it is somewhere in this house.
But we can only get there through that portal.
Yes. It's like a special spot in the house.
Okay. I'm just gonna go over to Soro and look them dead in the eyes and say, listen, we are going through this stupid portal thing, okay? I don't trust it. It's not natural. Keranos would hate it. But we have to go because that's where the orcs went. We're gonna hold hands, we're gonna go at the same time. And she's looking very aggressively. Like don't do anything weird, okay? All right, we're going in there together, guns blazing.
Soro's eyes are just like wide open, not blinking. Clearly can tell this is a serious situation. He's gonna be like, guns blazing. Wait. He looks at his swords and then tries to think for a minute. And okay, 1 second, I gotta grab something. And he runs down the stairs, re-grabs the cat, sticks it like not in a,
no.
like sticks it in a wrap, you know, like how you hold a baby. Because his sash is really long, so he's gonna like have it on his body. And he's gonna come back up the steps and be like, "All right, I'm ready."
Adriana, you see?
Is gonna say. I'm gonna say, did I say we could bring strays? Is that what I said? I said me and you, maybe Mel, into the portal, and she's gonna just give up. She's gonna just give up and say, you know what? Bring the creepy ass cat, and she's gonna try and grab Soro's hand. I don't know if they're gonna let her, but she's gonna try and grab Soro's hand, hoping the hope in her mind is that Mel will also follow, and they will touch the flame at the same time.
As you both touch the flame, you hear the cat chuckle at both of you, and you two will move through the flames. I'm gonna pause right there for you two. We're gonna go and see where Rhog went. Rhog.
I love the absolute chaos of these characters. You know what I should bring? I should bring a cat. That's what I should do. I love the absolute chaos.
No. In Soro's mind already, he made the decision that this cat is either like has a human form or is sentient. So he was like, you know what? I'm gonna force this cat to come with me.
You're lucky I was gonna kill the cat if it walked near me.
I was literally thinking about killing the cat as well, Rhog.
Hilarious.
I was waiting for the cat to do some weird stuff, and I was gonna throw it in the fire.
I like weird ass fey creatures. I'm like, that's just a fucking cat. I kill that shit.
I was
It
going
was
to throw the cat in the fire, so I mean, more power.
And keep your enemies close to you, like in a baby wrap on your chest.
I wouldn't put it past you. That's about par for the course.
Yeah, I don't think that's what that phrase meant, but I'm gonna let you have it. That's why she also is very like she has strong feelings about very few things, right? Like her loyalty is very strong, but she also feels that everyone should kind of do whatever they're feeling. So if you're gonna be weird, just be weird. So she tries to stop herself from telling someone else, no, you can't have the weird cat, or no, you can't have 8 orcs in your tent at one time. Do whatever makes you happy. So there are not a lot of hills she will die on. But like children are one, which is why she's really upset about the orc child being gone.
All right, Rhog. Congrats. So you made it through this portal, and you don't know what everyone else is up to, but a couple of things happen when you emerge from this portal. One is, much like the last time that you encountered a thing, the world seems to be drained of color yet again. It's black and white, with a couple of exceptions, however, this time. The first one is you do see your daughter. She does appear currently safe from harm. There's actually this chair right here. I'm gonna like ping this chair. She's sitting in this chair, unharmed. She seems to be snacking on a pastry-like thing. She doesn't look thrilled about snacking on a pastry-like thing, but she's probably hungry, so she's eating it. You also see 3 other women, and I am gonna like blow them up a little bit just so you can kind of get a view of what they look like. This is the first one, is this woman here in red. There is this second one over here. She is much larger, proportionally. She does have these giant wings. She is holding this giganto sword. And then the third woman is this old crone-looking woman here. She does have that staff, and she has what appears to be, for lack of a better term, a glorified walk. And the 3 women seem to be in preparation of something of some sort. She's gonna be over here, and she'll be kind of over here. We're gonna like shrink you back down. You're a little big. There we go. All right, old woman. That's what you see, but you do see your daughter, unharmed, snacking on something. And when you appear, she will look up, and she doesn't appear to be frightened. And the 3 women will all look up, and the one in the back with the sword will kind of shrug and question what you're doing here. She's even questioning how you even made it here. What is a male doing here? How did you even get here? Why are you here?
That's a whole lot of questions when I have my own. You can shut up now. Give me my daughter, and you might walk out of here alive.
The old crone in the back, she'll cackle in that crackly old person voice, and she'll be like, "Your daughter? No, she's our sister. She's one of us."
Now I jump over the railing because this shit's on. Fuck this bullshit.
All right. Are you gonna throw an initiative right now?
Right after the red one. Or you know what? No, the red one doesn't look like all that intimidating. There's one with a big sword. I want that one.
Okay, so you're going for the big sword one. All right. Because you're the only one here right now, go ahead and throw initiative.
All right, initiative. I don't remember how to do that one.
On the character sheet, there's literally the initiative button.
There we go. Now I see it.
I like how my ridiculous NPCs barely beat you on this one. All right, so for Adriana's benefit on this one, so the way combat works in this game is it's by sides. So essentially the three women will go first, and then one person from the player side will go, and then it alternates back and forth. Unfortunately for Rhog is currently the only one in this area, and you two did waddle a little bit up there, so you won't be jumping in quite just yet. For this initial round, what's going to happen is the one who's going to react fastest actually is the woman in red. And what she's going to do is she's going to produce a box. And from the box, she is going to pull forth what appears to be a red liquidy spirit. Almost as if it's made of blood. Whoop. Whoop, there you go. So she pulls forth this red spirit from her box. And Rhog, it will be your action next.
I'm going after the big girl with the big sword.
All right. If you'd like to go ahead and charge on into her, she does have her sword drawn. She is well aware of you, but go forth.
I'm going to go ahead and do Bone Crusher.
All right, go for it.
What is that? Might on might?
Might on might. Yep, it's just for you. It's just straight might. That's all there would be to it.
11.
I think that's good. Let me just check her armor. Yes, that does succeed. So you rolled your high roll is a 5. Wait, no, sorry. Your high roll is a 9. Your high roll is a 9. And what's your bonus damage for your weapon?
Bonus damage on... Well, this one, because it's Bone Crusher, it doesn't do any damage.
Oh, what does Bone Crusher do?
They are weak, so their might dice is reduced by 1 size, and target loses 10 MP.
Oh, that actually matters to these people.
They look like witches. I figured it might work.
you are well correct into what you are seeing. So she is going to take that blow, loses some MP. You see her stagger back. It definitely did a number on her. That blow, the weakened status is actually pretty big against this one. She is, however, going to swing back at you. You see from her sword, it does have this weird mist. Like, it's almost like the mist is wrapping about her sword. That is, in fact, you get the sense, the same mist that is pouring into Hynafol that's causing all of these disturbances that seem to be happening lately. She throws an 11. Does an 11 hit your arm? Or does 11 beat your armor? It does not beat your armor. That's right, because you have a ton of armor and you have a giganto shield. But as you feel the blade impact against your shield, you can tell that this sword is not a normal sword. There is definitely something suspicious as hell with this sword.
Gotcha.
All right. Because there is no one else going on this one, the old crone will also get to act. She, in the back there, off the corner of your eye, you see her reach into that giant pouch in her back, and she pulls forth what appears to be a green voodoo doll. And suddenly you feel a tug against your soul. She's using up one of her dolls, spending one inventory point, and both you and the crone are going to make a willpower plus insight check. Oh, you win. So what you feel is she's doing something. Like there's some kind of like magics that she's doing, and you feel a tug on your soul, but you steal your soul, right? Like you're not gonna let these witches have their way, and you manage to hold onto your soul. You hold strong, and she seems to curse, and she clenches the doll, and she throws it into the fire in her pot, and it bursts into flames, but nothing happens to you, and you're fine. So right about here, Soro, Mel, and Adriana, the three appear in the same place.
Okay, and so what we see is Rog engaging a giant bat woman with a sword
Yes.
and a hag and
Yes.
this red woman with a red person.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. And is the just for reference, is the orc baby kind of like middle of the three opponents, or is she kind of set back from the battle?
Nope. So you kind of can't. Let me just get the red woman out of the way. You see this chair right here? Yep. She's sitting in the chair. She's fine. She's snacking on a pastry. She does not look thrilled that it's a pastry, but she does look thrilled that she's getting to eat. So it's like
Okay.
a 50-50.
She's what I'm thinking mostly is she is not close enough to be like hit by stray bolts and things is what I'm
Oh no
making sure
no!
of.
She's definitely like you probably don't want to throw a fireball in this room, sort of a deal. She is literally right next to the red woman at this point. She's kind of actually in the center between the three witches, and I'm just gonna use the word witches because Rog has figured out that they're witches, and he's not wrong.
Right.
Yeah, so she is basically in the center of the three witches. Oh, by the way, everything is black and white except for the three witches, the blood spirit, and all of the party.
Okay, so since we popped up with remember I said I had, we are going in the fight, so I had my weapon ready. I'm gonna take a quick look around there from the stairs and say, look at Soro and say, I've got the hot one, and I'm gonna shoot at the lady in red.
All right.
As I hear that, Rog goes, "Which one's the hot one?"
All right.
I'm not gonna answer because I'm thinking, well, first of all, it should be obvious, and if it's not, it should be obvious when I hit her with an arrow.
Go ahead. So on the equipment, go ahead and throw that hit accuracy on your bow.
Okay.
Ooh, 19. That is ridiculously good. 10 physical, plus, and what is the damage bonus on your bow?
8.
8, so 18 damage total, and you basically just shove an arrow straight into the woman in red. However, as you fire that bow and the arrow impacts her, you see the red spirit that was standing next to her basically meld into her and take the blow for her. It does destroy the spirit. The spirit is dead, but she does not take any damage from your attack.
Can I go back and use my little point for when I just back up a little bit? Yeah. No.
Oh.
The flavor point. What is it called?
Oh, the Fabula point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, you have 2 of them, I believe. So yeah, what would you like to do with one?
Flavor. That's not what I meant. I meant the Fabula. When the arrow hits her directly in the chest, I yell at Rog, clearly that one, and then I leap the banister to come down to the floor.
Yeah, no, definitely.
So you said that basically I've killed the spirit, but not her. She's still standing.
She does not appear to have taken any wounds, but the spirit is gone now that she had pulled from. Well, you didn't see how she got the spirit. There was just a spirit there. There just happened to have been a spirit next to her, as far as you know.
Right, and then she just magically took literally no damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I want to say that's all that I can do. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Unless I do something. Okay.
In response to that, the woman in red is actually going to reach into her box again, and she once again produces another spirit.
Well, fuck.
And
How do we get rid of these damn spirits?
That is her action on this turn. So the party can go ahead and take another action. Rhog or Soro, if you'd like, you can go ahead and one of you can decide what you'd like to do.
I think Rhog would act faster in this moment.
Does it make sense? Rhog, what would you like to do?
Swing.
At the sword?
Swing to the fences.
Yeah, are you still going at it with the sword, girl?
Oh, yeah.
We're going to move you over here. You're one-on-one in with the giant sword. Go for it.
All right, and this time it is attack roll. Go to equipment. Is it just accuracy on your attack roll on that one?
Just go ahead and roll accuracy.
There you go.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, 10 is sufficient to hit her. She's, as you can see, not wearing much in the way of armor. 7 plus, you're going to use your, I'm guessing your, what is the damage bonus you're getting?
8. So 15.
Another 15. She's going to take the 15 to the face.
As he hits her, he goes, shrug again for me.
She's pretty enraged this time now that you've hit her twice, and she's feeling weak. She is gonna retaliate back at you this time. She takes the sword and she stabs it into her hand, and you see the mist start to basically almost like pull her blood from her body and feed the sword. So she's gonna spend some magic. She's casting a spell, and she basically feeds her sword her own blood. She's gonna feed it 8 points of blood, so she is gonna like hurt herself a lot. But her next attack will get that 8 dice bonus.
You're gonna have to bleed a little bit more for me.
I don't know why the bonus dice didn't add. Should have added. So it's gonna be
Yeah, you can do that.
7 plus the should have been 8, not 1. I think I typoed that. So it should be 15. Does 15 hit you?
15 does.
She deals 5 plus the additional 8, so you're gonna take 13 points of damage, Rhog. All right, Soro. What you see is Adriana is firing her bow at the red woman who keeps pulling these blood spirits out of this box. You see Rhog and this giant bat woman going at it, and Rhog lands a solid blow, but for the first time, you actually see she hits Rhog, and Rhog actually takes a wound. And there's definitely something jank with that sword. That sword is suspicious as hell. And you hear in the back the old crone cackling with laughter, almost mockingly. What would you like to do?
Seeing Rog's daughter there and that she's in danger, it's going to really click for Soro, and he's going to use Spirit Shift and change into on the wolf features.
Okay. I think you have to spend some MP for that, which you can just go ahead and mark that off on your character sheet.
Yes. Alright. And then, if I could just jump off the railing and charge towards the hag.
Oh, you're going for the hag. All right. Yeah. So the red woman is pretty distracted. She can't really like oppose you on this one. So you're gonna like cut around the outside, and you can go ahead and make an attack against the hag if you'd like.
Is that
6. 6 is, I don't believe so. Give me a quick second to double check. She is really not wearing armor. That's why.
And is it...
No. The 6 is not sufficient. So as you go to stab her with the sword, she raises her evil walk in front of her, and your blade clangs off of the metal, and she kind of cackles and laughs at you. And you almost hear the cat laughing at you too. The cat's kind of a jerk like that. The cat's not having this. And Soro, what happens this time is as you attack her, she kind of drops her stick, and she reaches back and pulls out a doll, and the doll looks suspiciously like a little wolf. And I need you to make a willpower plus insight check right now. Oh,
Okay.
not enough. So as she pulls out the
man.
doll, you feel the tug of your soul as she pulls at your very essence and being, and she cackles, and you see the little wolf doll in her hand glow, and she throws it into the fire, and you feel yourself burning as though from the inside. You're gonna take 9 points of damage as you feel yourself burning from the inside as she throws the little voodoo doll into the fire.
Can I help her?
In this one, you can't because it's not a ranged
Oh.
attack. It is. She's actually using some type of a magical attack on this one.
Oh, I meant like with my bond.
Oh, what would you like to do?
Like just I don't know, strengthen her some.
I don't.
I mean, then I don't know how that bond works. That's why I'm asking.
If you'd like, okay, actually, if you'd like, so let's see. Do you have a bond with Soro?
I do.
What level rank is the bond?
How do I know what level it is?
How many positive or negative things did you add to the bond?
2 positive.
You have 2. Okay. Tell you what. If you spend the Fabula point, I will let you say something encouraging to Soro. Like you can warn Soro and like encourage Soro about what's about to happen. Because it's a level 2, I'll let you add 2 to Soro's roll, which will be enough to prevent Soro from having a piece of her soul stolen.
Okay. So I would just yell, tits up, bitch.
Soro, you hear this, and you know in your heart that Adriana's looking out for you. And just as you're about to have your soul stolen, you hear these words of encouragement, and you're able to cling to your soul. And instead, when the hag throws the doll into the fire, you don't feel any burn. And the hag is furious at this. She's not having this. She's now used up 2 of her dolls, and to no avail at this point. She's pretty angry at this. What Mel will do at this point is Mel is actually going to go ahead and sneak over to Uta, and Mel's going to actually pull Uta out of the fight area over here to where it's safe. So Mel and Uta. So Mel and Uta are now up here on this upper area. So now all of you are more free to fight without risking any splash damage or anything like that happening at this point. That's going to be Mel's action.
Wonderful. Insert maniacal laughter.
All right. It's going to go back to the top of the round. It's going to be the Red Witch is going to do an action. What she's going to do is she's going to command this spirit here, and she's going to have it attack you, Adriana.
Okay.
This is going to count as a ranged attack, if you'd like.
Okay.
So the spirit is going to basically come flying at you.
Oh, flying. Good. Okay. So I will. Oh, goodness.
Let's start with the basics. Does an 8 exceed your defense?
And I will see that under my stat.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes. It's under stats on the left side.
So no, an 8 does not exceed my defense.
Okay, so your armor is sufficient to deflect this spirit. The spirit is coming and like trying to claw at you, but your scale armor holds, and its claws rake across your armor, but you don't take any damage, so you're good.
Okay.
All right. So now you got a couple of targets though in front of you. You've got this spirit. You've also got the red woman over there.
Okay. And well, let's see. I've got a bow and a sword, and that doesn't sound like it's gonna do much to a spirit. So I'm going to use the thing. Well, question about the thing.
Which thing?
The barrage thing.
Okay.
Does that mean that I hit more than one target, or does that mean that I hit one target twice?
Up to you. You can use it either way.
Okay. I like. Do they have to hit at the same time?
Yeah. You basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna throw one attack that will count for both of your shots. You basically notch 2 arrows and you fire it either at 2 targets, or you can fire both at 1 target.
Okay.
And you make 1 roll for both arrows.
Okay. And so I will attempt to hit the red hot lady twice.
All right.
See if that does anything to how many of these spirits she can pull out of her ass.
All right, go for it.
Okay, cool. Do I have to like select the barrage thing, or can I just push my bow? How does that work?
So I believe on the stats page, you can go ahead under mind points. You can go ahead. I believe barrage is 10 mind points to activate that ability. So you can just go ahead and manual MP, current MP.
Okay.
Yep.
And
So
just
you
take
can,
off 10.
Yep, just knock off 10 off of that.
Okay.
And then under your
And then
equipment,
just go back to roll.
yep, just make a regular attack. Except we know that you're firing 2 arrows at the red woman.
Okay, got it. So just hit accuracy.
Ooh, critical success. So basically, I'll explain this mechanic now because this is actually the first time it's coming up. If you roll a double, and the double is 6 or higher, so 1 through 5 don't count. Now that effectively acts as a critical success. Basically, I cannot negate it as a GM. I can't use any abilities to negate it. Nothing can be done to like stop this from happening. You also get both dice for the damage, so you'll effectively get 14 plus you'll get the what's the damage on the bow?
8.
Okay, so you'll effectively get 22, and I guess because you're firing 2 shots at her, you'll effectively deal 44.
Okay.
Which I guess you drop her in 1 round. Okay, that was pretty unexpected, but you do drop her in 1 round. She is
Perfect.
She is on the ground.
Gonna,
She has
good.
2 arrows sticking out of her, and what will happen is as she's falling, she's gonna fall into that fire in the center area over there, and she's gonna essentially use that fire to escape.
I'm gonna say, oh, what a waste.
And
Because like she was really hot.
and that spirit that's with her is gonna dissipate as she leaves. And also, as she leaves, a little bit of color begins to return to this area. So, like, you can see faint outlines of some color, like around the leaves, and the fire has a little bit of an orangey glow to it.
Okay, so since she is gone, I am just going to head towards Soro. I feel like Rhog can have his own back.
All right. You scoot over in Soro's direction. Sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Rhog. The witches they see one of their sisters fall, and she is going to flap her wings, and she's going to take flight actually, and start hovering a bit over you. And she's just going to swing at you with her sword normally. Does a 16 hit you?
Yep.
All right. So this time the sword will hit you for 7 points of damage. And you feel a chill in the air, and you realize that her sword has as you can notice, it's dealing almost like an elementally aspected form of damage. It's similar to the feel that the Dark Fae type around you, like they have like a spiritual energy amongst them. That's what the sword is. It's almost aspected to the Dark Fae that you've known.
It's good.
That's not good. That's not good, Rhog. Is he even close to like not being hit by this?
I mean, Rhog has a lot of armor. He's wearing full-on armor, and he's got a giganto shield.
But what I'm wondering is, I probably cannot help him. Like if she's draining his sword, because
Not
I only have
in
a
this
bond.
way. Yeah.
In this way, you can't help him.
Well,
Just
you've also
wondering.
spent
Okay.
your second Fabula point, so you don't have another Fabula point to spend right now.
Oh, that's right.
Look
Okay,
over,
never mind.
Ron doesn't look like he's worried about anything at the moment.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you're not worried.
All right, Rhog, it is your go, though, Rhog. How would you like to respond? So the woman is now flying a little bit above you.
Swing.
All right.
Swing for the fences.
Go for it.
12.
12 does indeed hit her. So it's 8 plus, what is your bonus?
8, 16.
All right. She goes down below half health. As you hit her, Rhog, something triggers within her. She curses at you. You see her eyes start to glow, and she curses a bond of eternal hatred. She is not having that. You have ruined everything that they have trying to do. They're trying to survive, and they're trying to ensure that their family lives on, and you will never understand, and she will never forgive you. And in this moment, Rhog, you feel that she has created a bond of hatred with you, a rank 1 bond for you.
All right.
Soro and Adriana, you both hear this curse. It's in somewhat of a tongue that you don't understand. Rhog, because the bond is with you, you understand exactly what she's saying. She is not having this. But Soro and Adriana, you two hear her hiss and spit at Rhog. She is furious.
Okay.
All right, Soro, it
Yeah.
is your go.
Yeah.
You've got this hag in front of you.
Alright, did she still have her stick thingy down?
Yes, she has thrown her stick
Or-
down. She's holding the giant pan that's got fire in it. But her other hand is empty, so she's not holding a stick right now.
That stick does look like magical,
I mean, I'll
or
let you-
just a stick. Okay.
No. I mean, you can
To
throw
have
an
things
insight.
that I would assume.
Throw
Okay.
throw a Let me see. What do I want you to throw?
Okay.
Throw a inspect. Throw an inspect check. Yeah, let's see if you can figure out if you're checking out what's going on with that stick. It looks like a stick to you. It just looks like a stick.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nothing on it.
Not that you can
Alright,
tell.
whatever. I'm gonna just run up and try to take the stick.
You jack her stick.
I'm going to take her stick.
Go ahead and throw a. I was not ready for this.
The old lady
A-
staff.
Dex plus. Throw Dex plus willpower, actually. Let's see. Dex plus
Okay.
willpower. 10. I'm gonna give that to you. So you kind of like dive over her a little bit, and you grab the stick and you roll to safety. And you come up and you've got your sword in one hand and you've got her stick in the other, and she's got a look of shock on her face, like she's appalled. She cannot believe that you would just mid-fight steal her stick. And in response to that, she's going to pull another doll out of her bag, and she's gonna spit and curse at you.
Can I stick out my tongue and like make a mocking face as she's doing this?
As you do that, you've got to throw a insight willpower check to see who wins this duel of wills.
Right.
Yeah, she's not having it. Apparently, that not having her stick has weakened her, and you don't even feel the pull on your soul this time. You just stick your tongue at her as she hits, and she angrily just throws the doll on the ground, like the doll is defective. All right. We're gonna go back to the top of the round. Adriana, go ahead. You can go ahead and take an action here. There's only the two witches left.
Okay, and so while they're just really going at it there with the taunting back and forth, and let's see, the person with the wings is gone, correct?
No. The wings with the sword is still there fighting Rhog, except she's flying above Rhog right now.
Okay.
The red woman is gone, and then the
Okay.
hag is still in the corner, but she doesn't have her stick anymore.
Okay, so I'm going to whip myself around. Like you'll see me literally nudge Soro so that my bow can go like over their head,
All right.
and attempt to shoot at her wings.
Oh, you're gonna try and shoot the The woman out of the sky.
Yes.
Okay. Tell you that's cool. That's cool. I'll give you that
Okay.
one. So go ahead and just make a. Actually, on this one, throw a Dex plus Dex check. Just
Okay.
Dex because you're specifically trying to knock her out of the sky.
Yes.
Ooh, 14. Very nice. You're actually gonna succeed. It won't actually you weren't looking to deal her harm. Rog, what you see is an arrow streak across up in the sky, pierce through both of her wings, which causes her to fall to the ground in front of you. She does land on her feet, but she clearly cannot fly. Her wings are have holes in them now. The winged woman is now furious. But she knows who the real threat is, and she is going to swing one more time at you, Rog. Does she want to use Blood Strike again? She might kill herself. She really hates you, though. No, she's going to use Blood Strike again, actually. She really hates you, Rog.
Really?
So she's going to spend her last 10 MP. Let's see.
She would literally kill herself to try and kill you.
Yeah, that's how much she hates you. Alright, so she's
Dang.
adding 7, which is nice because you reduced her might, otherwise she'd be throwing d10, so that was a good call to weaken her. There we go, it added it correctly this time. So she threw a 15. Does that hit you?
That hits.
Alright, so it's 5 plus the additional bonus 7 from bleeding out. So that will be 12 points of damage to you.
Okay.
She does hit herself for 7 though. So
Alright.
Alright. This is how much she hates you. She's willing to bleed to take you out. Rog,
Literally,
it is your turn though.
So look at her and say, let's make you bleed a little bit more for me. That's up.
7. Do you have that Fabula? Oh, well, no, you spent the Fabula point.
Yeah. Don't we get one once they come into once the bad people come into it?
This is true. You are correct. I forgot to give you the bonus one because you got the monologue scene of the witches doing their thing, whereas the other people didn't because they weren't in the room. So yeah, I'll give you that Fabula point back. If you want to use it to re-roll, you can go ahead and do so.
Let's try this one more time. There we go.
That's the thing right there.
Ooh.
12 will hit, and 10 plus, I believe 10 is already sufficient.
18.
All right, and she will fall to the ground. At the sight of this, the hag is going to make a break for it, and she's going to dive for the fire. Soro, you can take an action if you'd like to try to stop the hag from making it to the fire to escape.
I would.
Okay.
See, I have a stick in one hand and my short sword in the other.
Yes.
All right, I'm gonna jump for her, and
You gonna try tackle her
I want to hit her with whatever's in my hand. So
with her own stick? The indignity.
yeah.
The indignity of the whole thing. All right, you're gonna try and.
Yeah, I'm just gonna jump towards her and whack her with her own stick.
Okay, so go ahead and throw Dex plus Might, and she is going to throw
Alright.
Dex plus Dex, and we will see if she can escape.
All right. I love you, dice. You're amazing. Never mind.
Oh, she makes it. So the
Damn it.
hag is actually going to make that leap. She reaches her hand out, and as she touches the fire, she also disappears as well.
I'm going to break her stick thingy and throw it behind me, and then grab hold of the cat's. It's still wrapped.
The cat is
but
still
I'm
there.
going
Yeah, the
to,
cat is still there.
I'm going to have a hand on it to be prepared.
The cat seems to have been greatly amused by this whole fight, and he's kind of chuckling.
Okay.
He doesn't seem too broken up that the witches were defeated, He's kind of just
Okay.
like he's kind of smirking at them. He's like, you know, feeling a little superior, like these witches weren't all that great anyway. But that's with that the three witches. Well, one of the witches has fallen. One of the witches is clearly not doing well, and the old hag has escaped into the fire. With that, color returns to the scene, and Melik and Uta are both there. She is fine, and it does seem like now that color has returned to this area, you guys notice a bunch of changes. One, that sweet bakery scent is gone. You don't have that. It's also not kitchen warm anymore in here. The temperature feels more correct. And Uta herself seems to have returned to her senses. She recognizes Rhog. Rhog, she runs up to you, gives you a giant hug.
She doesn't run up to me and give me a hug. I'm currently ripping the horns and wings off of this thing.
Oh, okay. Well, she's not. Melik is over there with her, being like, we're just gonna let him do his thing on that. But yes, you do get a trophy if you want those horns. You can have the demon horns. You also do see her sword. Her sword is technically still there.
I'll take that too.
You can take that sword. All right. You know Faye. Give me a how good your inspect roll. What are you rolling for inspect? Are you rolling at least d6s or d8s? I mean.
Probably not. Let's see.
Did you dump both of your not physical stats?
Probably. That's completely irrelevant to me. Where am I? There we go. Stats. Insight is Insight sixes.
The sixes. I mean, okay. So you do know that it is somewhat aspected in the same way that Dark Fae, Night Fae are. So you can roll an inspect check if you would like to try to glean some information about it. You could also ask for assistance if you would like in regards to gleaning some information about it. You do know there are two other Night Fae specifically there that are with you.
No, I'm not inspecting this thing. I'd either steal it and just try to use it and not care.
Yeah.
But I'll probably just be like, either one of you have any idea what this thing is?
Adriana, as you look at the sword, you will recognize that it is aspected in a similar way that Fae of the Night Court. Almost as if that's probably where it came from.
Oh, okay. So I would.
You will recognize it as a Night Fae, that the sword
Okay.
origins almost stem from the Night Court.
Okay, so I would just say, well, Rhog, that would be Night Court steel.
We can keep it.
It is yours. Go ahead, actually, Rhog, make a note down that you now own the sword called Soul Drain. You don't know what it does yet, but you do know that it does deal damage of dark aspect, and it probably has some other abilities given what you saw the witch doing with it.
And is this a long sword or a great sword, or what are we looking at?
It normally it would be a two-handed sword, but you yourself or like this giant demon woman basically would be wielding it one hand. A normal person would wield it two-handed though.
Gotcha.
So maybe like a bastard sword size, like
Yeah, it's a hand and a half.
Yeah. You have successfully vanquished the three witches. And the fire is still burning in the center there. And Adriana, you pretty much have got the gist of it, right? The fire is the correct color. You know how the fire works.
Mm-hmm.
You kind of got the gist of what's going on here.
Yeah. Stupid portal magic. She's like grumbling. Portal magic. It doesn't feel like, although she doesn't know her origin, she definitely knows what feels like natural and balanced, and like it doesn't feel natural or it feels like it's breaking some kind of order. So she like doesn't like it. Or stupid portal magic. So she would suggest through gritted teeth to everyone that we abandon this shit show immediately.
Melik will absolutely concur, as he wants nothing to do with the hot garbage that is whatever passes for this treehouse.
Oh, wait. She's going to tell Soro, bring that damn cat at your own risk.
Oh yeah, you do have the cat still. Technically, you still have that cat. Cat's just chilling.
I'm gonna sit and talk to the cat for a minute.
Okay.
And ask.
Talk to the cat.
Yeah, what do you want to ask the cat? What are you gonna ask the cat?
I'm just gonna ask if it wants to stay here or what it wants to do.
Go ahead and do a willpower insight. Let's see how you do.
Great. Okay. Good at insight, but we'll see.
The cat seems, now that the action is over, the cat has lost interest in all of this, and seems like it's willing to go back to taking a nap.
Wow.
It actually kind of goes ahead and climbs that tree that's behind you into one of the upper branches, and it just goes ahead and takes a nap up there. Like it's done. The fun is over. It's no longer entertained.
All right.
That's some cat-like behavior right there.
Yeah. I'll just side-eye the cat before turning back to everyone else.
All right. Does anyone want to do anything else before heading on out?
More food on that table.
There is. However, the food has now turned cold.
Yeah, that's not a problem.
It's pastries, by the way. It's just more pastries, like sweets.
Yeah.
No, so are we in agreement that we're all going back through the flame?
Yeah, sure.
All right. The flame will take you guys essentially back to the fireplace that was in the main area, which nothing will stop you guys from leaving and easily making your way back to camp at this point.
Wait, I don't want to leave yet.
Oh, well, okay. You are back here in this area.
I want that book.
Oh, do you want the book? Sure, you can take the book. Yeah.
I want the door.
You can take the door. That's your door. That's fair.
Shield.
It's there.
Yep.
That's fair. So, Soro, do you want to take anything while you guys are ransacking this place?
Yeah, I noticed people are taking stuff, so I'm just gonna turn to the shelf and grab a random bottle off the shelf.
Throw a just insight. Just one dice. Just throw the insight. 1. All right. You pick up a potion, and that's your potion now. And I will tell you what you pulled later on, or when the next time you try to use it.
Is this like okay? And this might be something that is just like not possible and really dumb. And if that's the case, just tell me.
Okay. What's your
But would it be possible? Because all of these flames kind of have the same. They seem like they come from the same source, right? Would it be possible, as I take that book, to also take one of those candles, and when we all walk out, attempt to light this motherfucker on fire?
Like the house?
The house.
You could try.
That'd be nice.
You could try. Yeah.
I would like to attempt to burn the house down.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to ask all of my party. I'm going to look around and say, grab some flame. I want everyone to take some flame outside as we leave and just try and burn the house, because she's just incensed that someone would take a little orc baby from its orc father. Like, how could you do that? There are not many things that she, really feels righteous anger for, but the children. So now she wants to burn the damn house that's like an affront to nature.
Okay. That's fair. I mean, there's 3 candles right there. You guys can take some fire.
Okay,
Sure.
so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. You guys feel I'm not making you. Just so we're aware. I'm not trying to pressure them to do it. It's a suggestion.
Okay. Soro, Rhog?
Soro's gonna excitedly grab some flammable looking stuff and set it like in the fireplace, but where that purple cloth, like kind of where it drapes over onto the floor, so it'll help. And just like move things that look flammable to make it hopefully go up in flames better.
Sure. That makes sense. All right. Rhog, are you getting in on this?
Oh yeah, no, he grabs one of them, sets the plants up on the top on fire as he walks out.
Yeah, nice. And things do catch on fire. That is how fire works. Yes.
I love that. Okay, so we're. Have you ever seen the end of an action movie where there's just a randomly large explosion, like, and the people just walk away unfazed? There's no like blowback or anything. That's what I'm imagining. I'm imagining us all just like walk away from like an inferno of a creepy house, like we just had some giant car chase scene or something.
All right, so as you all walk out of the house, the smoldering and now on fire behind you as all of you walk out. As you leave, you still see the door, the gateway that you used to come to this area in the first place. It's still there. What is the order that all of you leave in? Also include Mel in this. At which point do you want Mel to also leave? Oh, and also at which point do you want Uta to leave? I need all 5 people. I need the order that the 5 people leave this area.
Rhog goes last.
I was just gonna say Rhog has to go last.
Okay. Who is first?
Father, the child and
first.
Mel.
Mel goes second. Okay. Who's third?
I'm willing to go after Soro.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so Soro third, then Adriana fourth, and Rhog last.
Yes.
Okay.
Rhog always has to watch our back.
Okay. Adriana and Rhog, do you look back before you walk out?
I do not.
Okay,
you
walk out.
Look at your handiwork.
You look back. Rhog, after everyone leaves, you take a little pause and you turn around to look, and you see the house. The house is engulfed in that orange light, bathed in that orange flame. And as the house begins to burn, you see the house shift out of existence, as if the portal of the flame has consumed the house, and it's now gone completely.
Nice. I ain't gotta worry about bitches no more.
I need everyone to understand who has not spent much time with Rhog that this is him in for realsies life. Like the monosyllabic, just like gruff. Yeah, well, that motherfucker's gone. That is him in real life all the time.
I didn't even pull off a dad joke today. Dang it.
And with that, the group returns to camp. People have already eaten. There's some food left over. Everyone's a little like raw. Well, like where'd you all go? You guys missed dinner. Uta seems to not have much memories about what has happened. Her memory seems to have come to more when she left that portal area. That's when she kind of like returned to being normal and realized more what was going on and realized she was out in the forest. But luckily she was surrounded by Melek, Soro, and everyone and wasn't overly concerned about that. But everyone makes it back to the camp safely. And with that brings this game to a conclusion. Another successful adventure. Rhog has a nifty new sword. Soro, you have... did you keep the broken staff, or did you throw the staff on the ground?
I threw it on the ground.
Okay, yeah, you don't have the staff. You do have a bottle, though. You have a mysterious bottle. You have a mysterious bottle.
Yes.
And Adriana, you have a mysterious book that I will message you later on about what each of you have received.
He loves a good book. Maybe there's some smut in there. I'm just kidding.
It's got something. It has a thing. It has a thing that I think you'll be entertained. That may or may not, if you play another game in the future, come into play. That book was a thing. All right.
Okay, cool.
But yes, thank you all for playing this game. I hope you guys had a good time.
Thank you. I appreciate it. This was really fun, guys. Thanks for playing with us.
Yeah.
It was a lot of
It was
fun.
good fun.